You know, it's been a while since I listened to the very boring advice from the girls of Coffee and Bible Time, and I think I've put it off long enough. Let's put myself through this boring ass shit. What is up, you sinners and saints? Welcome back to the Raging Atheist. I'm your boy Nakasuchi, and today we're gonna once again take a look at the channel of Coffee and Bible Time. Now, these young women, you know, I still get the comments, oh, they're 14 years old. Taylor's literally gonna tell you she's not 19, about to be 20 in this video. Now, these young women are going to deem that they have lived enough life to give sound, logical advice to any young woman that believes in Jesus Christ and wants to have a boyfriend.
Hey guys, Taylor here and Ashley, and welcome back to Coffee and Bible Time. If you don't know who we are Christian YouTubers who post Christian videos weekly.
And as only the girls of Coffee and Bible Time can do, they're going to take boring topics and make them even more boring. You know, and for them to say that they're Christian YouTubers, I mean, it's kind of inaccurate. I mean, it's obvious. These girls are two rich girls who feel that they are so above everybody else that they need to give life advice when they haven't lived life yet.
So definitely hit that subscribe button if you want to see more Christian advice videos. And this is our Monday Q&A video, and to start it off, we are going to read a question that we got from Ash. We share the same name.
And that is what is most frustrating about watching this fucking channel. It's like, just get fucking to it. Just get to it. Who gives a fuck? Who gives a fuck? Who gives a fuck about sharing the same fucking name? Get to the fucking question. Stop being so fucking boring, and get some personality here. You know, like stop being so reserved. I know that you girls can exhibit more personality than the dead people I'm watching on my screen.
So I can really relate. And she says, okay, I need serious help. All caps, please. I really don't know how to start dating and like everything about it. I pray constantly over my future husband, and I know a boyfriend will not fulfill me. But what if I know I don't need a boyfriend, but I want one?
Praying for your future husband, don't do dick. You know, nobody really needs a boyfriend or a girlfriend, but having one is nice. Having somebody to talk to is nice. Having somebody to, you know, do other things is nice. I mean, seriously, the audacity for this, 21-year-old young woman to sit there and pass judgment on somebody, to me, just shows how much they're in their bubble, right? I mean, they're so far in their bubble that they think that the rest of the world needs to hear what the fuck they have to say. And, you know, as somebody that does YouTube and puts my shit out for the rest of the world, I don't think I need to give you guys fucking advice. You know, I might do videos like that, but I don't think I need to give you guys advice. These girls literally think that they need to give, you know, young wayward teenagers advice about how God is going to look at it if they have a boyfriend. Guess what? God don't exist. If he does exist, and he gives two fucks about whether or not this 16-year-old person on a planet of 9 billion has a fucking boyfriend, then God is kind of like a soap opera queen. I mean, just imagine that. I mean, we all had that fucking parent, right? You know, I had my mom, my grandma, and every day, if they weren't working, if they were at home, and even if they were working, they'd record this shit. They'd watch their soaps. And that's essentially what these people think, that God's up there watching his soap opera, you know, and running the timelines of this, producing this soap opera as he's watching it.
I really don't know who to ask, but you guys are so good at advice, so I thought I'd ask. Aw, thank you. She knows a guy can't fulfill her, but she also still has the desire in her heart to want to be with a guy. And here's the thing. I think that is totally okay.
You know what? Who gives a fuck if you think that's totally okay? Why don't you give them sound, solid advice? Because you're sitting there saying that a guy can't fulfill the need that this girl has for a guy. You know, she literally is telling you that she has, you know, she can't explain it, and she knows that her Bible tells her it's wrong, but she still has a need to have a boyfriend. And you're telling her that that's wrong. That a boy can't fulfill that need for a boy. Do you not see how illogical your fucking advice is?
God put that desire in each and every one of us who want to get married one day, and it's not a bad thing at all. I think if we didn't have that desire, no one would want to get married, and then there would be no kids on the planet left, because no one would want to get together. But
I mean, there's so much stupid in what she just said that even the other cult bunny had to roll her fucking eyes. Alright, for one, I've never been married, and yet I have the desire to have women in my life. You know, you don't only have that desire because God put that desire in you so you can get married one day. You have that desire because your genitals have reactions. It's physics. It's humanity. It's complete and utter bullshit. And then to say, well, if nobody ever got married, then nobody would ever have children is a complete fucking fallacy. I have never been married. I have children. Grow the fuck up. Understand the real fucking world.
But here's the thing. God gave us that desire. He made Adam and Eve, or he made Adam first, and then he told Adam, it's not good that you're alone. So then he made Eve, and then they were together. And then when they were together, he said that is very good. So it's okay that you want a boy, but when that takes over all your thoughts, that's when it goes to a level you don't want it to go to.
Here's a question for you. Were Adam and Eve married? Who performed the ceremony? Did God himself in his physical form that you're admitting to right there, did he perform that ceremony? It doesn't say in the Bible that there was any marriage ceremony between Adam and Eve. So was Adam and Eve in sin when they started the human race?
Now, I pulled up something from a website called purelifeministries.org. It says that you should really date with a purpose, and so I'm going to read off what they say. Is my interest in dating to have fun and be entertained, or is it to glorify God and serve others?
No, I mean, your reason for dating is to see if that person will correlate with your life. It's to see if that person is acceptable for the perception of your life. That's the whole purpose of dating, is a trial run. You date a person to see if you want to be with that person. And if you want to be with that person, you'll stop dating them and be with that person. If you don't want to be with that person, you'll stop dating them and be with somebody else. That's the whole purpose of dating. Not to fulfill some God. I mean, what the fuck?
Even if you are seeking your soulmate and someone you could marry, is your purpose more to find companionship, physical and emotional fulfillment, and social acceptance? Or is it more so to glorify the Lord? Those are questions that each of us who want a relationship should be asking. Because even in the end with a relationship, like she said, it won't fulfill you. And so if you're looking for it to seek that physical fulfillment, the emotional fulfillment, social acceptance, it's not going to live up to your expectations.
I mean, how in the fuck would you know that? You're 19. By your own admission, I don't think you've ever had a boyfriend. You say you don't want a boyfriend. So how the fuck would you know what's going to fulfill you with a fucking boyfriend? Neither one of you know what the fuck you're talking about. You're just spewing this fucking cult bullshit. And, I mean, it doesn't even make any fucking sense. It doesn't even make any fucking... I don't even think most Christians believe this actual bullshit. I mean, you're so sucked into drinking the Christian Kool-Aid that you believe the most ridiculous shit that most Christians don't believe.
Here's the thing. A lot of people think that that will be the one thing that can fulfill them. And that's probably one of the biggest reasons why there's so much divorce in this country. It's because people get married because they think that one person they're in love with is going to fulfill them, and that doesn't end up happening.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't end up happening because we're all individuals and we all have our individual shit. No other human being is going to fulfill what my individuality is screaming for. But that being said, again, they don't know what the fuck they're talking about. And in my opinion, the reason there's so much divorce is because people are pushed into marriage in the first place. Religion, Christianity, pushes people into marriage. They tell you the only way you can have sex is if you get married. So people wanting to have sex often marry the wrong person. Instead of spending time developing these physical relationships to understand that you're going to actually get along with this person for the rest of your life, you're taking what they're offering as masks and making that decision then. You're rushing into marriage because your religion tells you you need to get married in order to do the thing you want to do, which is fuck. That's why there's so much divorce, because in 3 years they wake up and like, man, I can't fucking stand this person.
Because God didn't make them to fulfill your every deepest longing.
I mean, come on, for real, shut the fuck up. God didn't make them, their parents did. Their parents fucked and a child came out. Understand biology. God didn't make them, their parents did.
God made them so that you guys could grow together in Christ and fulfill God's work on earth. God is the only one who can satisfy.
I mean, it's just such a ridiculous notion. Just such a ridiculous notion that God, and let's say he does focus on earth, but there's 9 billion fucking people on this planet, right? And God is designing each one of their fucking love life. I mean, God is what, the pimp of the universe? I mean, and you are kind of admitting that. I mean, he's the only one that can fulfill you, right? I mean, God has the golden penises of golden penises. He's the only man that's going to be able to fulfill you. And if you're a man, then he's the only woman that's going to be able to fulfill you.
So I want to tell you a good tip. If you have these thoughts that you want a guy in your life, that's not a bad thing. But if they're getting too extreme, then I would encourage you to memorize a Bible verse. And whenever you see that thought coming into your head, go, nope, I'm going to take hold of these thoughts and I'm going to, instead of this thought right now, I'm going to put that Bible verse in its spot. I'm going to kick out that thought and put a Bible verse in that spot.
I mean, just like a cultist, just like a cult leader, you know, take that thought and put in these words from our holy book. You know, get those thoughts out of there and robotically memorize this 3,000-year-old book so you know how to live like they did 3,000 years ago. I mean, it's such a cult mentality that I can't understand how people get so fucking upset when I call them cultists.
This is very hard to do. It's very hard to control your thoughts, but if you are very intentional about it, you can do it. So I have a verse here pulled up, and I'm going to read to you guys a few. John 6:35 says, Jesus said to them, I am the bread of life. Whoever comes to me shall not hunger, and whoever believes in me shall not thirst. Only God can satisfy.
Only God got that good dick. Only God gonna put it on you like only God could. Only God gonna make you say God's name as you coming. Only God is gonna smack that ass like you want it to be smacked. Because Yahweh is the ultimate pimp of the universe, yo. I mean, the ultimate pimp. Ain't nobody bagging more hoes than Yahweh.
Is what he's saying. Another one is Psalms 107:9, and it says, for he satisfies the longing soul, and the hungry soul he fills with good things. And then the last one is Psalm 16:11, and it says, in your presence there is fullness of joy. At your right hand are pleasures forevermore. Forevermore. So those verses are just gonna show you that really it's God who's gonna satisfy you.
I mean, all those verses are showing me is that y'all some ignorant motherfuckers for believing that shit. Y'all some ignorant motherfuckers for reading some poetic verse from 3,000 years ago and thinking you need to base your fucking life on it. You fucking ignorant motherfuckers for thinking that your imaginary friend gonna give you a better orgasm than Ricky down the street. I mean, it's fucking ludicrous, it's crazy, and you make it so easy. But alas, we have to stop looking at the girls of Coffee and Bible Time now. I can only take so much boring ass advice in one day. So until next time, I'm your boy Nakasuchi. This is The Raging Atheist. If you like my videos, hit that thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, share me on your social media, comment in the comment section below. I'll see you soon.